Hi, welcome to Free Spirit, and welcome to another Free Spirit tip and message that is kind of piggybacking on the last video that I did about, oh my gosh, what did I do? I literally did, all that messages about spirit signs, confirmations, validations that you're receiving. Okay, so now I understand why I'm doing this. Okay, so I'm doing this message and tip because it's piggybacking off that, because it's going to show how to use all your senses, using all your Clair abilities for life, so that you actually do get those signs, symbols, messages, confirmations, but it also helps you to navigate your life and how you already do use all your senses. Now I'm talking about Clair abilities. We're going to go over all the Clair abilities. I like to call them, instead of Clair abilities, let's make it even more practical. It's clear abilities, your clear abilities that you already have and use. And I'm going to show you how to use all your senses all together, how you're already equipped to do so, how you already do it, but how to fine tune it, or actually give more attention to that and practice that to help you navigate your life. So this is one of my favorite topics to talk about, like I said. So for these, I do have a cheat sheet. I wrote it all out. I'll put it all in the description box. It's also to keep me on point, because I love this subject so much. I can very often go off on a tangent, but I definitely am going to give very practical examples about how you already do use these and how this is going to help you navigate life, how to use literally all your senses together, using all your Clair abilities for life. So let's get into it. Think of, how your Clair abilities are really your additional clear abilities. That's number one. Know already all these Clair abilities. If you don't know Clair abilities, I'm going to put them down in the description box. But I'm talking about Claircognizance, Clairsentience, Clairvoyant, Clairaudient. These are called Clair abilities, right? I call them Clairs, but they are literally your additional clear abilities. So I always like to call Clair abilities clear abilities. So that way you already know you have them. They're clearly your abilities, you have them. This video is going to show you how to use all your senses in your life, how to use all your Clair abilities all together all the time in your life, and how you do that already, and how you can fine tune that and use it even more. So first of all, we all have and use these senses. We are going to touch on what each of them are, how you know you have them already, how you know you already use them already, and how by using them all together very practically in your life is literally using all your senses together. So let's go over them, all your senses that I'm talking about. Claircognizant, clear knowing, clairsentience, clear feeling, clairvoyant, clear seeing, clairaudient, clear hearing. And how you're using them all naturally already, half the time not even realizing. So let's just touch on it just to get, so an example of clear knowing. Have you ever just known something? Clear knowing, you just know. You know without anybody telling you, you know a bit of information, you know what's about to happen, you know how this is going to play out, you know something, right? It could be that you're actually having like if you use a big word like premonition, it's already putting it, it's just a clear knowing, right? You clearly know this is going to happen. You clearly know. Claircognizance, what is clear knowing? Looking at my cheat sheet. Clairsentience, clear feeling. Now, clear feeling, oh my gosh, we feel this all the time. Now, I'll give you the most primitive, practical. Right now, it's raining out. How many of you, before it even starts to rain, you're already feeling the rain coming in? You're feeling it. Your body has wisdom as well. Like, what do you feel? Do you already feel a headache? Do you already feel, what do you get when the rain's coming in? Are your bones stiffening? I know people who have, like my mother has arthritis or something. She can tell me when it's going to rain. I can tell her by my headache. That's very practical. So there's wisdom in your body. Your body picks up energy. So you're already knowing when the rain's coming in. Now put it to your life. How many times do you wake up? When I was younger, until I figured this out, my shoulders would go up. It's almost like I'm bracing for impact, and in walks this abrasive person before they even enter the room. I could feel the energy entering before it actually does. Now you're going to feel that in your body, and until you know where it is, sometimes we get it in our stomach, You can feel something. Now you're going to have to figure out, is that, excitement? Is that a nervous energy? You'll get to know, the more you practice, more you fine tune what your body's telling you, you actually are sensing the energy before it comes in. How many times have you met somebody and right away you're going to know them for life? You're going to know them, you're going to be friends with them. You have a feeling. How many times are you repelled by somebody? It's their energy. To believe me, you feel it. I can feel people through the video. If you notice in my duration, I know the energy that's on my channel. I've gotten freer with what I even post here. You can sense people online. Why do you think some sites, like I've gotten off some certain social sites because I didn't like you can feel the energy on everything, so do not doubt that. A lot of things also, how many times you sense, when you talk about fight or flight, you sense danger. It's like, pay attention to that. People call it intuition, but you're literally feeling it. So it's like, don't discount your feelings. It's so intelligent. And so the more you practice it, the more it's your clear ability, right? So that's, I'm getting off tangent, going back to the next. That's why I have a cheat sheet. Clairvoyant, clear seeing. Sometimes, like, that's almost a combination of clear knowing. And I'm going to talk about this, that yes, these are broken down: clear knowing, clear feeling, clear seeing, clear hearing. But sometimes it's all at once. You're getting it all together. It's a medley. Think of it as a medley. It's not just, oh, I'm just clear knowing. Oh, you can know there's rain coming in and also feel it in your body at the same time. So get used to, like, you're doing this all at once. I'm going to give you a great example that they gave me. Let's say clairaudient. On the extreme level, like, say when I was a kid, I used to auto write, so I'm clearly hearing. I've clearly heard people who have passed over. Not all the time, but they've come in when I was younger. I clearly heard them. But you can get very practical. You could clearly hear, get guidance. All of a sudden you receive something and you didn't necessarily think it. It's your clairaudient. So those are all the ones that I wanted to talk about. Clairvoyant, clear seeing. You see. A lot of people have spoken about this. You see and feel, say, a loved one very close to you is about to pass. Now, this could be very jarring when all of a sudden you're getting the feeling, or you're seeing that someone's going to pass over and then they do. And when you're a child, that's a very heavy thing when you don't realize, yes, we all have these clear abilities. We use them all the time. So let's look at it this way. They give me these prime examples. Just like a singer, we all have a voice and we can sing. Now, I suck, and I always apologize to my voice when I get a spirit message in a song and I try to sing just even 2 bars because I have no voice, but I do like to sing, so bear with anybody who lives with me. But, just like a singer, we all have a voice, but some are Mariah Carey's and Whitney Houston's and truly have a gift right off the bat, and some of us just like to sing. Also, take that. We all have a voice, so you all have these clear abilities. You all have them already and use them already. You have a voice, you sing, and just like a piano player, you can sit and play on a piano the bare minimum. Like when I was a child, I learned how to play chopsticks. Mary Had a Little Lamb, and I was done. And then you have people who pay attention, they practice, they learn more songs, and they get better and better. That you have some prodigies that can play Beethoven right away, okay. But everybody can sit at the piano and play and learn a song. And everybody, you don't have to be Beethoven, but the more you sit at the piano, the more you practice, the more you fine tune. And that's what they want me to bring forth. So it's a combination. You're a singer, like you already have these gifts, you have the voice, you can sing, just like you have all these clear abilities, you already have them. And like a piano player, now that you know you already have the piano and the fingers, and if you pay attention and you practice with these abilities, you can fine tune it. You can learn how to play it and use the instrument even better. A perfect example is when I was younger, some of us are stronger in some of these clear abilities. Like I know for one, my clear feeling was so off the charts that quite honestly, I had tremendous anxiety. Tremendous. I mean, I learned how to cover it very well, but it was like I was picking up so much all the time from everywhere, everyone. And also, and another thing we use all the time, how many times can you tell, besides the danger, you can sense and know and feel the danger, you can also sense the truth. You can sense the lying. You can sense when someone's saying one thing and you are literally reading the person. So, when you read someone's energy, it's like you think you're just using one clear ability. No, you're using a lot more. You're using a medley. So there's something about knowing you actually have and use a medley of these. And if you practice and fine tune, and it can differ. I'm giving examples of what it felt like to me. Before I could decipher, sometimes it just felt like a lot of anxiety. Like if all of a sudden I'm feeling very tense, I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I don't know where it's coming from. But then 5 minutes later, my doorbell rings and there's like a flood in an adjacent apartment. And it's like I sense the energy. Once you realize you're feeling tense, I did a video about this because if you can talk yourself down your anxiety and just be like, okay, I don't know where there's this coming from yet. It's going to show up. It's okay. I don't know all the answers right now, right? So it's like, don't put it on yourself. You have to know, what is this? What is this? What is this? Would send me spiraling. Another thing, if you know something or feel something, sometimes it's not for you to act on this at all. It's just you're using your ability. For example, there were times when I was getting all this stuff, but it's not for you to say or do or act on anything. It's also being okay that you're just getting this and you just got to sit with it, which is difficult. There are things like that you're going to learn in your practice. The most important thing is know you already have all these abilities, just like you have a voice. The more you use it, practice it, pay attention, you see that you use these all naturally already. So a lot of times, like even on my channel, when I use, say we're doing readings and we're using cards, I love the cards because this amplifies you using all your abilities, right? What are you picking up and everything else? But all the time I always say in the videos, you do not need the cards for anything. You have a direct connection, always. So your Clair abilities, and it's very practical, you use them in life. Like what you use, exercise using tarot oracle cards, you use for your life. So this is where it all comes together. But anyway, this example about the singer, the piano player is really helpful because then you already are equipped. You already have this. You're even already using them every day, actually, sometimes without even really noticing. And now that you notice, then by using all your Clair abilities together in life, see that you do use them. Then use them even more. See it as a practice, using your attention. And once you start, it builds on your abilities. Because you naturally use all your senses all together all the time in your everyday life. So it's not just sight, what do we say? Speak and see and hear and everything else. These are your literally additional Clair abilities that you already have, already use, already equipped with, using all the time to navigate life. But know that you do, because there were times, and maybe I was too flip when I was saying it in things on my channel, but like there were times, especially during these times, when you could not even trust your eyes, ears, and everything else. We were really navigating by these other Clair abilities. What do you think was keeping us sane, keeping us strong, keeping us able to put one foot in front of the other, staying with a higher perspective? As I look up, there's a bird flying by my window when I say that. There's something else that was doing that. That's clearly your other abilities and senses. So this is how to use all your senses, using all your Clair abilities for life. Spirit message and tip. I think I kept to the script, what they have me write down. It's very easy to go off on a tangent with this, but I definitely wanted to leave this for you and others. This is definitely how to use all your senses, use all your Clair abilities, your Clair abilities for life, how to do that, how you already do that, how you can build on that and use that all the time, very practically. And and if you didn't see the spirit message tip right before this, it was all about spirit signs, confirmations, validation. So when you're using all your Clair, it's through your Clair abilities that you receive those. It's a combination. And that's another thing to remember too. It's not just, oh yes, I'm claircognizant, I'm clairsentient, I'm clairvoyant. If anything on my channel, I feel like these labels don't do us any service. You use all of them. It's not like one person. Say, for example, a very well-known medium. Okay, well, just like Beethoven, or just like, okay, that's great. But they don't have the stamp and own the ability. We all have these abilities, and you use them all the time already. So that is just something to just already know, because that's the biggest hurdle. When you look at someone else like they have it, you don't. That's already shutting the door. Right? You already use them. To know you already use them. You do already use them. And so some people have a better singing voice. So what? The more you practice, the more it's still all you need in your life. You don't have to be a Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston in the voice department to enjoy singing and enjoy using that music for your life. Do you see what I mean? So there's no comparison here. You have all you need in your life, these Clair abilities. So that's the whole point of this message. And to know it's more of a medley. So even if you did associate more with, oh yes, I know I'm clairsentient, I know I'm clear, but also honor you have all the other abilities too, and you're using them all the time. Very often it's a medley. It's a combination that's happening so quick. What's a perfect example? Going back to the piano player. He's not just putting his fingers on the piano, is he? He's either looking at reading the music that's on the in front of him. If he's memorized the song, he's in his head, claircognizant, he knows the music, and he's also putting it down on pushing his fingers on the thing. So he's multitasking. So always look at it, it's like multitasking your senses, right? So it's not just like just right now, okay, I'm looking, I'm talking, I'm listening, I'm looking out the window, I'm picking up also what else I should include in this video. We're constantly multitasking, so you have constantly multiple things running. So the more that you're using all of those and know that they're your Clair abilities, and not trying to put them in a box or say you're one or the other, that how to use all your senses, using all your Clair abilities for life. They're your Clair abilities, and you're using them all the time. So this is touching on all of them, and it's just really helpful to know that you have them, and the more that you use them, the more that you practice them, the more you even give it attention, it builds. It builds on itself, and you learn to trust it, and you naturally use all these senses all together all the time in your everyday life. That is what I want to stress. So it's not just like, oh, something's coming in, I have one message. You use this all the time, every day of your life. You use it every day of your life, and the more you use it, I mean, that's such a way. What I was saying is it helps you to navigate your life, so use it to the fullest. So I'm going to end it here. So how to use all your senses, using all your Clair abilities for life, spirit message and tip. And if you didn't see the other one right before here, it's kind of piggybacking on that. It helps you to find the spirit signs, confirmations, validations, all that stuff that helps you as well. It's through your Clairs. I wish you the best. Take care. Bye-bye.